Why is house cleaning so hard? That is a great question. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. And we are here 5 days a week. If you have not subscribed, today is the day. When you come back to YouTube or you come back to the podcast, we are here hiding out somewhere, and we will remind you to pick up where you left off, and we can help you carry on in your house cleaning journey. All right, on to today's show. Why is house cleaning so hard? We did a show a couple of weeks ago and we talked about routines. And I got an avalanche of emails and instant messages and text messages and phone calls and call-ins to the show. People wanting to know if I would create for them a routine. Now, I can create for you a routine. I am known for my systems and for the results I produce. I can create. I'm perfectly capable of creating for you a routine. Here's the challenge. My routine for you is different than your routine for you. In my house, everyone has a different routine. We live in the same house, we live kind of the same lives, but we have different routines. We all do different things in the house to make the house run smoothly. We all have different jobs, we all have different responsibilities. So the routine for every single individual person is different, right? There's no one size fits all, but I do recommend a routine for this reason. If you don't have a routine, it's really hard. Life is just hard, and it's harder if you don't have a formula, and it's harder if you don't have a routine. Now, when I was 26 years old, I had a commercial account that was a dye stuffs manufacturer. They create the colors that go inside your clothes. And it was a place of high theatrics and drama, except for one person. Her name was Delores, and she was the receptionist, and she sat at the front desk. She was there at the same time every day, always early, always calm, always had a smile on her face, and none of this weird outside drama seemed to affect her. So one day I asked her, I said, Delores, what makes you so different from everyone that works here? And she said, come back tomorrow and have lunch with me, and I'll share with you my secret. And I thought, well, that's weird. Okay, so I went back the following day. The following day, Delores had made some egg sandwiches, and we sat at her desk, and she shared with me something that I'm going to share with you now, because I never forgot it, and I don't want you to ever forget it. Delores went on to explain that she said, for her advice, I don't recreate every day. I don't reinvent the process of my life every single day, which everyone else here does. And then she went on to explain that for 26 years, she'd been driving the same kind of car, wearing the same wardrobe, married to the same man. She had the same system every single day where she got up at the same time, and she fixed the coffee, she fixed the breakfast, she packed the lunches. She did the exact same thing every single day. And I sat there and my eyes bulged because I was 26 years old. And I thought, wow, as long as I've been alive, Delores has been living the same day. It's like Groundhog Day, every single day. How weird and how boring would that be? And I remember in my youth thinking, I could never be like Delores. Well, the truth of the matter is, the older I get, the more I become like Delores. I'm like, I want to be Delores. What happens is this, our brain only has so much power to make decisions every day. And so when you wake up every day and you're like, oh no, do I have any clean clothes to wear? What am I going to wear today? What am I going to eat today? Oh no, am I going to leave early? Am I going to leave late for work? And every day we have all these decisions that we have to make, and we're reinventing our lives all over again every single day. And so by the time that we actually reach the important part of the day, which is our job, it's our deadline, it's our creativity, it's the problem solving with other people, by the time we get to the big stuff in our day, we've already used up all of our brain power. We've already used up all of our energy just doing the remedial tasks to get us from point A to point B. Now, if you do the math, 365 days in a year times 26 years is 9,490 days. If you did the same thing every day for 9,490 days, do you think you'd have a formula in place? You would, right? And so did Delores. She removed all the weird peripheral stuff that was in her life that did not require the big brain power. And she just made routines and just made formulas, and then she just stuck to them every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day, and her life flowed really smoothly. She never got stuck behind a train. There was a great big train that goes right to that plant. And every day people would be, oh, I was so late, I got stuck behind the train. Well, she left early enough every day, she never got stuck behind the train. And if she did, she had plenty of time to wait for the train to pass, right? No excuses. It removed all the stress, all the worry, all the everything that everyone else was causing all this weird creative drama, right? She just removed it all by creating a formula. Now, let's go back for a second to house cleaning. Why is house cleaning so hard? It's hard because most people don't have a formula. Most people don't have a routine. Now, I could write you a routine and I could say do this, 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 and this, and it would end up being these long lists and huge checklists for you to do. And then if you don't do them, then you're going to feel guilty, then you're going to be sad, then you're going to get depressed, and you're going to feel like, oh no, I'm a failure because I didn't get through my checklists. But here's the thing. We talked on another video about how my garbage goes out every single Monday, right? Every single Monday. There's no guesswork. Nobody has to figure it out every week. Every week it goes out whether I'm ready or not. So the result is that's part of a formula. It's on a calendar. It's on a schedule. And so the problem for most of us is we don't have a schedule and we don't have a formula. And so just put a date on it. Just put a date on the time. Because the time, if you say every Monday, this will happen in my house, then every Monday, that's what happens. Every Tuesday, here's what happens. Every Wednesday, here's what happens. And you can do it by the time of the day. There may be daily chores that you do. I'll do this every morning, the first thing when I get up in the morning. And you attach that to another chore that you do, or another task, or another to-do. It's called habit stacking. You have a really good habit and you put another habit on top of it. When I do this, then I do this. Then I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this. And it's just a routine of things that you do every single day that get you from point A to point B. So just like Delores, you can remove all the guesswork from your routine, whether it's your personal life or whether it is in fact your house cleaning. And I recommend that you do that for this reason. It removes the frustration and the worry of you trying to figure out when am I going to get this done because I got a monkey wrench inside my schedule this week. Here's the monkey wrench. Imagine a puzzle. The puzzle is a 500-piece puzzle, and you can spend hours trying to figure out all the pieces and looking at the big picture itself and trying to put together all the colors and the edge pieces and all that stuff. And then what happens at the end? Well, you mess up all the pieces and you start over again, which would be the equivalent of a new day, right? You recreate that every day. So lots of people would sit there and every day there's a new picture on the puzzle. And so every day they try to recreate the puzzle from scratch. And how exhausting is that? When you realize that puzzles are made from templates. The template is the plain paper that comes through with the little stamp on it, and they run it through and they put a picture on top of it. But the picture changes every day, but the template is the same. The same template that makes the puzzle is the same template. If you turned the picture over and you did the puzzle on the back side and you memorized the pieces and you learned the formula, it doesn't matter what picture is on the front, which would be representative of our day. What happens is when you turn it over, you then learn the template. You could turn every day's puzzle over. You could master the template, flip it over, and your picture would be perfect, right? Because the pieces are the same every single time. All that changes is the picture on the front. Those would be the slight variables in the course of our day. So instead of having all this theatrics and all this drama and chaos and wondering, why is life so hard? Well, what do you do on a regular basis that you could do again and again and again and again? Like for me, I get up every single morning. Every morning I take a shower. Every morning I put my makeup on. Every morning I pull my hair up in a bun. It's the same routine, right? I know that I'm going to do that. And if I should break from the pattern, that's fine. But I don't wake up every day going, am I going to break from the pattern? Is today going to be different? Well, no, if nothing's different, it will be the same. And then I don't have to think about it and I don't have to worry about it. The same is true with house cleaning. If you have a template, if you have a series of things that you do every single day, after every meal, wash the dishes. It's a template, it's a formula, it's a habit that stacks on top of each other. It's flipping the puzzle piece over and going in the same exact pattern to put all the pieces together. It's the same formula every single time. So why is house cleaning so hard? It's hard because we make it hard. We let it be hard and we reinvent those 9,490 days every single day from scratch. So create templates in your life because it's going to make your life just flow so much easier and you'll never get stuck behind the train. Alrighty, I hope that helps a little bit. If it does, please pass this on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.